What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling today? I woke up this day feeling pretty good. This was recorded on November 11th. I finally got tired of looking at the mess and skipping over it and peeking out the window at it. I keep thinking about it and talking about how neglected it is, so I decided to shut up and just do something about it. Trying to decide where I'm going to start because there's so much of everything everywhere. I mean, you can't even tell where the walkway's at this point because everything is just colliding together. You don't know what's a walkway and what's a planter. I'm just trying to see what I still got left out here. Believe it or not, they still got a few things out here that's edible. That's a persimmon right here on this tree. I got to take inventory because I don't want to just be out here just pulling out everything. I might have some. Look, this grapefruit. This grapefruit so pale. I need to feed it. Still haven't fed it yet, but I'm going to get there. Tomatoes. Still had tomatoes all the way through till January. I mean, they laying down on the ground instead of crawling up the poles because they have dead, but they there. That's a Jamaican sorrel, spit out a seed and growing up out the ground. I got some Swiss chard, some ginger. There's some onions right there. Some sweet potatoes, been ready to come up out of there. This look like it's going to be my first year. I might give me a little misbelief off this tree. I had that tree 4 years and didn't get one misbelief. That's a pear tree right there. I got 2 or 3 pears off of that one. Everything is just so overgrown. Like, I got so much work to do. I got to get this net off of here without breaking branches and leaves because I didn't keep up with it to keep it tucked right during the season. I just left it, set it and forget it. Bell pepper just hanging out and over. Eggplant, cucumber. I don't know what that is, but the bees love it. A mess, a mess, a mess. But we about to get it together though. I just decided to start at the gate and work my way towards the house. Basically, I'm just going through pulling weeds, whether it's in the pot or coming out the ground. I'm just pulling them out as I go. Some of these weeds was rooted so deep, I wound up just taking out the whole top layer of soil and going through it somewhere like in the low part of my yard where they had a little den or something. Look how much plant debris came from one row. I had to go lay out the top because I just knew it was going to be a big old pile when I was done. All that right there that's being piled up on that top is still from that first row. I really got to do better because I'm talking about for the last probably 2 or 3 years, I stopped at some point during the year and just kind of let the garden go. So instead of just doing that, I think next year I'm going to try my best to, when I get tired, I'm going to just try to at least put it to bed. and instead of just letting it go like this, because it don't make no sense for me to have to do this much stuff every year to get it back on track. I just do it to myself. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I know I could tell you right now, I am not a winter gardener. There's no way I'm gonna be out there and baby, because look, I'm not gonna be out there in no cold, no wind, playing in no cold, muddy, dirt, soil, whatever you want to call it. When it get too cold, I don't want my hands cold. I ain't trying to be I barely be wanting to be out there harvesting. So I know about planting and maintaining a garden out there. I don't even know how much maintaining it need, because I think I usually call it quits during the winter anyway. But I do be wanting to plant a winter garden, like some, lettuces and greens and stuff, but I know I'm not going to be out there in the cold. I just know I'm not. So I got to figure that part out, because I really, really, I keep saying I want to start gardening all through the year. I keep saying I want to start gardening throughout the year, not just during the summertime. But shit, I always get tired at some point during the year, so I don't know how good that's going to work, but I'm going to work on it. Anyway, because it's a lot of good stuff that grows in the wintertime or in the cooler weathers, especially the salads and the greens and stuff. Although I do have a raised garden that I can, garden in my house, but I still want to, me, I want to do an abundance, baby. I don't want to do that little patch right there on the counter. I want an abundance. I don't want one or two salads at a time. I like to share my harvest. Although it is nice when you just have it sitting right there on the counter and you could just pick from it and everything like that, but it's not really practical for how I garden or how I like to use my vegetables, or how I like to share. Like I said, I like to share my shit. That just don't give me the option to share, because you just don't grow enough in it. You just don't. Another dilemma I have that I'm always thinking about is my fruit trees going in the ground. I really do want to put my fruit trees along that back fence, but I just don't know what to do with it during the winter. I'm not going to go out there. Well, I will go out there and cover them up. Now, don't get me wrong. I will go out there and cover them up, but I'm not sure if that's enough. So if any of y'all in Texas and y'all got pear trees, plum trees, um grapefruit tree, lemon tree, lime tree, peach tree, and y'all leave them outside or anything, y'all let me know what y'all use for protection or how well that worked out for you, because that's my biggest fear. I do want to get my fruit trees out of the pots and put them in the ground, but I just don't want them to die during the winter when I don't want to be out there. I figure if I don't want to be out there, they might not want to be out there either. Y'all saw them tomatoes? I told y'all. I still had some tomatoes all the way until January when we had that little freeze. Squash that I let just grow and die. Ants, I gotta go get my DE. That's some ants right there. I was pulling them weeds and they almost got me. Y'all know I love me some diatomaceous earth for the ants. They really do be working. This still the same day. I think after I did that DE and I did some other stuff, I think I might have went inside. I don't know if I had to go somewhere or something. Must have had to take a shower or something and go somewhere or do something. That's why I changed. But it's all the same day. All of this was recorded on November 11th. The amount of weeds that I allowed to take over my garden was ridiculous. Y'all know not to breathe that DE in. When y'all dealing with this DE, I'm not, I don't have it on, but when you dealing with it, you need to wear some kind of mask or something like that. You don't want to breathe that stuff in, because it got like little crystal particles or something like that that'll cause upper respiratory issues that may not be able to be reversed. So y'all make sure if y'all using DE to use precaution as far as breathing it in. Don't do like me. I be trying to hold my breath. I don't know if that worked, but it's like the pull out method, I guess. Pulling pulling up all these weeds. I got, like I said, I let weeds get all up in the landscape fabric, all in whatever holes or whatever rips I had. Because again, once again, I had bought that cheap landscape fabric, trying to hurry up and rush when I first got started, and it's starting to rip up. So I finally went and got my regular DeWitt that I normally have. So I'm gonna have to redo my my walkways and stuff, because that's why all them weeds was all up in the ground, because this cheap landscape fabric had ripped up. So I'm gonna have to go through and repair all of that. Cause ain't no way I should have had that many weeds and stuff growing up out the ground with that landscape fabric on there. That DeWitt don't be ripping like that. That's that cheap stuff. Don't get that cheap stuff, y'all. You're not gonna be saving no money because you're gonna have to redo it. My mister wound up coming out and helping me. I don't know if he felt sorry for me or if he just said I've been out there too long. I actually started about 8:30, something like that that morning. And at this point it's about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So he might have just felt sorry for me. I don't know. But either way, I sure appreciate it, babe, because I've been out here and I'm tired. My back is hurting and all that. So thanks, babe, because I know this ain't your thing.